ये क्या हो रहा है रात को 9 बजे? तुम क्यों हमें लाइव लेके बैठे हो, ये बताओ भाई।
लाइव लेके इसलिए बैठा हूँ कि भाई अभी हम करेंगे एक गपशप ऑन द D2C brands,
Okay.
and it's gonna be a topic which is very controversial nowadays, and that's what we are gonna have two of you doing a gupshup along with me.
अच्छा, कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक में तुम शरीफ बालकों को फंसा रहे हो? अच्छी बात है ये कोई?
Exactly.
So we already have almost 200 impressions on my broadcast.
Oh, wow. Okay, एक इन्फॉर्मेशन और दे दूंगा आपको। आज हम तीनों के प्रोफाइल को मिलके वी आर ब्रॉडकास्टिंग दिस particular episode to approximately 3 lakh people.
That's awesome. Yo.
Okay, before I jump into the questions, I want to tell you that the concept of this particular episode came in the last conversation we had. So we had Shraddha and Ankit Dua in the last episode, and they spoke about the need of personal branding. And it hit me so hard that we figured out that, okay, let's not delay this. We should do this discussion right now. And that's why you guys are here. Guys, we have Sourabh, who is the founder of Success Brew, and he manages multiple communities as part of sub communities, as a part of the entire Success Brew community. And to be honest, I've been a part of this community for the past
6 months.
7 months and 14 days to be precise. And I've not seen much of an active one founder and the community itself. I've never seen such active community on WhatsApp, and he's the one who manages it so beautifully. I love his dedication towards, and not just him, but the entire community is very dedicated towards helping each other, and that's what the communities are all about. So hats off to you, Sourabh, for this, and truly, I speak about your communities every time wherever I get a chance to. So this is Sourabh, and he actually builds personal brands. So he's going to talk more about the real topic which we have today about the personal branding need for the personal branding for the D2C founders. And then we have our Vanshika Mehta with us. She's a co-founder of TFL, and she is a marcom specialist, and she's a branding specialist as well. She is with us, and to be honest, the kind of impression I got before I knew her was like, "Kya karti hai yaar, ye pata nahi kya karti hai." But the moment I got to know about her work, the kind of work she has done, the way she works with the brands, the way she transforms them. And when I asked her what exactly you do a week before, when I was planning for this episode, she said, "I work with the brands from the scratch, and from there I take them to the next level." And I believe that's where most of the work is not seen by the public. And I think, but if you take, my belief is that that's most important, because that's the foundation which you're laying down. Hats off to you for that. And all right, so once you have a question for you to
So
start.
idea is, before we talk any shit about personal brand, we have built our own first, right? And experience the magic. So we are not people who having 300 followers and say I'm a LinkedIn expert or I'm a personal brand
I'm
expert.
a LinkedIn personal branding expert.
So, more little in past 3 years, experimenting all the shit.
I think जो क्वेश्चन में पूछ रहा था वो आपने ऑलरेडी बता दिया. Now I think you continue with this point. So Vanshika, I want to add just one little point to this, जो आपने अभी just बोला था personal branding वाला. So what do you think that the need of a founder, okay, to be the face of the brand? What is your take on that?
Yeah, so I think over the last maybe 1 or 2 years, this concept of build in public has become really, really famous. Lot of people want to own the journey and not hide behind a curtain till they are actually launched, which is really beautiful, because then you actually build a relationship with whoever is building the brand. So in most cases, this is the founder speaking about, like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm building, we tried this, we failed, we did this, we succeeded, this is how I hired my first intern. I think these are such critical, fun stories as a brand grows, that it should be shared, and a lot of founders struggle with sharing it, which is why honestly every founder that builds a personal brand from day zero is probably going to get known for their authenticity and their realness, because of how transparent they are. So it is very important for brands as well as founders to share stories. Obviously, the way the brand will share story is very different than how a founder does. And being a founder who's building in public and sharing those stories actually leads to so many new opportunities. Like, you could possibly find out about a government grant you didn't know about. You could get invited to speak at some startup summit. You can get associated on like webinars with thought leaders. So there are so many cons to not building your brand that the pros outweigh the cons in this case. So there is no reason for a founder to not start investing in their brand from day zero, because there's no problem if you share the journey as it comes. And today we know so many brands and their founders, which is so great, because that means that the founder is vulnerable enough to share that story, right? And I'm talking about like the famous, like the Amin Gupta, the Piyush Bansal, like all of them got on Shark Tank because of their company brand and their personal brand. And since Shark Tank, I'm sure their personal brand has become even more valuable, right?
Hmm.
So personal branding is not something that you hide in a cupboard के जब मेरे को investment मिलेगा तब मैं बात करूंगा. It's better to start sharing from day zero, because it'll be like literally I think of my LinkedIn as a journal. Like, I whatever I'm really thinking that day is what I'm posting, or at least like if I have something in my mind, I share it. And
Hmm.
honestly, it was a good time to bring up the point of you don't need to post 10 times a week. You don't need to even post 7 times a week. Like, it's okay to post high quality content but post lesser times, because that high quality content is what's going to build that relationship with the people that you want to build with. And one of the biggest benefits of building a personal brand early is that people will come to you to work with them, right? Like, I know Saurabh knows Praful, like MBA Chai Wala. Like just ask him about his recruiting story, because their
Hmm.
personal brand is so emotive and so attractive. People want to work for you, right? And that is unlike anything we've ever heard before, where we have these really long forms we have to fill out with 130 answers that we have to fill. Imagine if people just came and said, I want to work for you, tell me what is available. Like, that is the ultimate
So,
dream, right?
वंशी,
So
एक एक पॉइंट यहाँ पर आपने दो पॉइंट मेजरली मुझे आपने जो लगा वो बताया. Definitely it helps you get more people to connect with you so that help can come around, and at the same time hiring. But share your views around the need of the founder to be more visible, be the face of the brand, towards the trust they build amongst their consumer.
yeah, so
What's your view on
when yeah, so then when a founder is sharing the story about the brand building behind the scenes process, that builds authenticity with the brand. Because then you're not really just sharing ke, oh, we closed this deal, oh, we found this manufacturer, like, all of those things. You're actually sharing the wins and the losses so that people can trust you. You become the
that?
face of the brand, and then therefore the brand is trusted. So it's a sort
Right.
of one-to-one relationship. And the more you are trusted, the more people will trust that you're building the brand correctly. So it goes
Mhm.
both front and backwards. So it's really important for founders, D2C, anybody actually, to get on LinkedIn and start sharing the story of how you're building the brand and why you're making some decisions, and what are those
Mhm.
decisions going to do to your brand. Because at the end of the day, the customer, see, the thing is, when you think of trust is not something that you can be like, ये 10 चीजें करो trust build हो जाएगा. It's not
Right.
as easy as that. Trust is accumulation of how I feel. How I feel is something intangible. If I
Mm.
feel good about your product, I will buy your product. If I feel that you as a founder are building a genuine brand and are really taking the effort to make a brand that is different than the 100,000 other brands that there are in the market, I will automatically feel a sort of relationship with you, and I will trust you. And then I will
So,
trust you.
so
So,
in fact, we take an example. There are a lot of brands जिनका हमें पता ही नहीं कि इसका founder कौन है. हमें पता है बस brand है, and there are celebrities who are actually endorsing them. And कभी तो दीपिका पादुकोण है, कभी करिश्मा कपूर है. हमें पता है कि ये face of the brand है, but they are not the real face of the brand. तो
yeah.
you're saying कि अगर हमें पता लगेगा कि यार कौन है इस ब्रांड के पीछे, कौन रियल में एफर्ट्स डाल रहा है, तो एक तो ट्रस्ट बनेगा. और आई बिलीव कि यार अगर कुछ गड़बड़ होगी तो पता पकड़ना किसको है. ठीक है ना?
And also, the more you trust somebody, the more you trust their brand, the more you're going
हाँ.
to be willing to open your wallet and spend. So that is the end. Like if you had to extrapolate it into how does this turn into revenue, if I
Uh,
trust Saurabh, Saurabh makes a course on how to do a webinar, I trust Saurabh, I'll buy Saurabh's course jitna ka bhi hai. Like you create a course on say how to build e-commerce offline, I'll be like, हाँ, I know Nishan सही बात करता है, कुछ अच्छा ही किया होगा उसने, I'll trust you. So that is how you build trust, because
perfect.
there's no one straight formula कि ये 10 चीजें करो और
Right.
trust build हो जाएगा. And a lot of D2C brands are struggling with trust building because they don't know what to say, how to say, where to say. That is a big
And
conundrum.
that's what you bring in your expertise or. You're right.
Yes, yes.
तो सौरभ एक यहाँ पे ना इस पॉइंट से मेरे को ये निकल के आया कि सिंस यू वर्क विद पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग व्हाट आर द सिचुएशंस और हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू फेस दिस सिचुएशन की जो फाउंडर है वो कंफ्यूज है कि भैया पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग क्या है और फेस ऑफ द ब्रांड क्या है हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू हैव सीन दिस काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन
I think most of the times I have seen it, and people have now started taking personal branding as a mode of selling a product again. So they have actually forgot the personal part, and they have also forgot the branding part. They have come to selling directly. Okay.
तो एग्जांपल शेयर करोगे विदाउट टेकिंग अ नेम
So today I was talking to an insurance agent, and he's like, how do I create an audience here on social media, right, and a community, and I can sell my insurance because ultimately I'm an insurance agent. I'm like, perfectly fine, right? Okay. Now, can you learn more than that insurance first of all in terms of personal finance, and build a community across personal finance first? That will take you 6 months or 1 year, right? And then when people already know you as a personal finance expert, and they know you are a SBI insurance agent, that's your life insurance, that is a needed product in the market today to save tax also and anything. When they need, they will automatically come to you, right? And he was like, ये बताओ कि direct lead generation कैसे होगा LinkedIn से?
ओके
मैंने कहा तुमने लिखा इंश्योरेंस एजेंट तो लोग ब्लॉक कर देंगे छुट्टी, because you are going to go after their life to buy insurance and they will not talk to you. But if you have a patience of 6 months to 1 year, so giving you an example, I know 2 D2C different founders. Okay, I'm just sharing their case study straightforward, right?
Okay.
One person will always talk about his product on LinkedIn every
I think
time.
I know this person.
Always about the product. Okay, okay. They only talk about product. मेरा प्रोडक्ट को क्या हुआ, मेरे प्रोडक्ट को अवार्ड मिला, मैं कौन से इवेंट में अपने प्रोडक्ट को लेके गया. He only talks about that, right?
ठीक है.
The engagement is kind of nothing, right? But he's still proud, and then once in a while he will tag me and Vanshika both.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Right? Okay. On the other side, go to Ghazal Alag Mama's founder's Instagram page. She shows her personal life, she shows her kids, she shows her travel life, her love life, and then one day she comes, we have launched new lip balms, and let me try in front of you how awesome they are. So actually she is just trying and enjoying the product herself first on a video also, and she ended the video without a CTO of you go and buy it kind of a thing.
Right.
Correct.
So here you're not pushing कि भैया मेरा माल ले लो, सामान ले लो, but you're connecting with your audience, and once in a while you're saying देखो मैं ये कर रहा हूँ.
Correct.
So इसमें एक फॉलोअप क्वेश्चन मेरा आता है सौरभ कि यहाँ पर एक अर्ली स्टेज D2C फाउंडर के लिए जहाँ फंडिंग नहीं है, बूटस्ट्रैप्ड है, वो रिसोर्सेज नहीं है करिश्मा कपूर को हायर करने के लिए, दीपिका पादुकोण को हायर करने के लिए या वंशिका को हायर करने के लिए, ठीक है, वो किस तरीके से क्या स्ट्रेटेजी वो अपनाए? कैन यू गिव अ 3 स्टेप स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर देम कि यार सिंपल तरीके से ऐसे कर लो?
बहुत सिंपल बताता हूँ, एग्जांपल देता हूँ, इसका नाम भी लूंगा बिकॉज मुझे बहुत प्यारा बंदा लगता है. ओके,
बहुत
आदित्य नाम है, पीतल का फाउंडर है, हैज अमेजिंग प्रोडक्ट्स. ओके,
वंडरफुल.
I had a chat, he became part of my community, we had a chat about LinkedIn, and I said ये करना है. Maybe you write once in 1 week, but you write something. Correct? This is a 24-year-old guy who has maybe a turnover of like around 4 crores right now, or more than that.
Seriously?
Yes, right? And he's
That's a
selling
monthly or yearly you're talking about?
Huh?
तो 4 करोड़ महीने का, साल का?
I think monthly है ये.
Wow.
Kind of.
Wonderful, यार.
Right? साल का भी हो तब भी बहुत अच्छी बात है early stage में for a 24-year-old D2C founder, right? So To give you an understanding, they have a showroom in GK, so you know how much money they would be making. Right? Okay.
Wonderful, yeah.
Now he shares a wonderful story कि भाई हमारा ना पीतल का बर्तन था, मटका था. एक कस्टमर ने हमें फीडबैक दिया कि इसमें टूटी लगा दो, अच्छा हो जाएगा, पानी निकालना इजी हो जाएगा. राइट? ओके. एंड नाउ दिस इज माय हॉट केक प्रोडक्ट जो मुझे 2 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू देता है.
Wow.
He shared a customer feedback, how he used the feedback on the product, what is the outcome of that impact, right? He got inbound investors. अच्छा, हमको पैसा लगाना है. क्यों? उनको समझ में आया ये फाउंडर है, फीडबैक सुनता है, प्रोडक्ट को अच्छा डेवलप करता है और इसका टर्नओवर ऑलरेडी स्ट्रांग है. Correct? Plus, now because of this, he gets invited to so many events and he is very active in connecting with people, like very humble. So, even if tomorrow Petal exists or not, I still love the guy. That's why I said it's personal branding, not business branding. Business branding happens in the process, right? So, taking my example, I talk a lot about my workshops, webinars, whatever I do. I get least engagement on that, right? But when I travel to Manali with friends, and this is what happened, we get lakhs of views on that, right? Interesting things, correct? So, मुझे हमेशा ऐसा ही लगता है that we need to keep it 80% personal, share our experiences. क्योंकि अगर मैं संडे मॉर्निंग कहूंगा ना यार 6 बजे उठ के ना मजा नहीं आया और सोने का मन था, people will engage more on that.
आज
My
मैंने लिखा
better with you. Is it the whole idea?
यही छाप रहे हैं लिंक्डइन पे. मैंने कितने पोस्ट देखे, सेम
Right?
सेम.
So I
That
tell
is
you,
trending,
my
please.
most viral tweet was a very simple 3-word tweet, 3-word, and I got 4 leads because of that, and I could catch up with 5 people.
And what was
I
that?
just wrote chai or coffee question mark. And people started writing chai, coffee, chai, coffee, chai, coffee, right? Okay. So जिससे मुझे मिलने का मन था, I tweeted back, okay, let's have coffee tomorrow. I'll come to CP. In one day, I could catch up with 5 people. Did I generate business? No. Can I generate business after building a relationship? It's a future planning, for sure.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
as a business owner, you could meet 5 people, explain them about what you do, know about them, just with a tweet called chai. क्या कितने views थे उस पे? 18,500 views थे उस tweet पे.
क्या बात.
It was just chai or coffee question mark, and people started talking.
So since people are connected to you, they could really feel कि बात करते हैं सौरभ से.
नहीं, ऐसा भी नहीं था. लिंक ट्विटर पे वो हाल नहीं है जो लिंक्डइन पे. ट्विटर पे 700 फॉलोअर्स हैं.
अच्छा, 700 फॉलोअर्स के बाद 18,000 इंप्रेशंस आए हैं.
हाँ, राइट. अब देखो, उस पे किसी लड़की ने लिखा चाय एंड आई सेड लेट्स मीट टुमारो. उस पे कोई रिट्वीट करता है कि तो भाई इनका डेट भी इतनी जल्दी सेट हो गया, हमें तो मिल ही नहीं रही है.
वंशिका is trying to say something. क्या बोल रही है बता.
हाँ वंशिका.
ट्विटर नहीं है, it's called X. Please, rebranding हो गया.
But it is named
ब्रांड कंसल्टेंट का वो आ गया ना बीच में.
It's a brand recall, right? X लोग भूल जाएंगे कौन X है ये अभी.
अभी ट्विटर है यार, ब्रांड में अभी टाइम लगेगा.
That some people are so focused on the product कि हमें प्रोडक्ट ही बेचना है. Second thing, there can be a founder who is not a camera person, who is not a content person, who doesn't like to be in public. टीम में किसी को फेस बनाओ.
ओके.
फाइंड वन पर्सन जिसका पर्सनल ब्रांड एज अ कंपनी आप बनाओगे और वो तरीके से बनाओगे. दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस इन बिगर कंपनीज. बिकॉज अब अगर अदानी की 500-600 अलग कंपनीज हैं तो वो सबका फेस तो नहीं बन सकता.
एग्जैक्टली.
राइट.
राइट.
एंड दैट इज व्हाई द सेलिब्रिटी एंडोर्समेंट केम इनटू पिक्चर. बिकॉज एक मालिक सब चीज का ब्रांड नहीं हो सकता है. राइट.
एग्जैक्टली.
लेकिन हाँ, एक पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग का फायदा भी है. अगर आप बना पाओ तो, अगर खुद बना पाओ, अपने बैरियर्स को तोड़ पाओ. एक कंपनी ब्रांड से बनाते हो ना और वो कंपनी बंद हो गई तो नेक्स्ट कंपनी का ब्रांड फिर स्क्रैच से बनाना पड़ेगा.
दैट्स द बिगेस्ट पॉइंट. यस.
राइट. लेकिन इलॉन मस्क आज सब कुछ बंद करके बोले ना लॉन्चिंग समथिंग न्यू, ही विल हैव अनदर 1000 कस्टमर्स विद इन अ डे. उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ता बिकॉज इलॉन मस्क इज अ ब्रांड टुडे. ही कैन ओपन एनी बिजनेस एंड मेक इट अ सक्सेस ओनली ऑन द बेस ऑफ हिज पर्सनल ब्रांड टुडे.
और वंशी, इसमें जो अब ट्रस्ट वाली बात जो है, मैं इस पे वापस आना चाहता हूं कि यार एक ट्रस्ट बिल्ड हो गया, उसको मेंटेन करना कितना मुश्किल काम है और कितना आसान काम.
शुरू में मुश्किल होगा, बाद में it becomes easy because once people see, the thing is, it's personal branding is like building a tribe of your own. कि ये मेरा कम्युनिटी है, ये मेरा मतलब ये गेटेड कम्युनिटी है। तो
हाँ।
जैसे वो लोग अंदर आए ना, अंदर लाने के लिए एफर्ट है, पर जब अंदर है तो उसको सस्टेन करना ज्यादा आसान है। सो इट्स नॉट दैट यू कैन स्लैक, इट्स नॉट के लाइक अच्छा ठीक है मेरे मतलब 2000 55,000 यू नो व्हाटएवर फॉलोअर्स है, तो लाइक आई जस्ट फॉरगेट इट, दैट्स नॉट हाउ इट वर्क्स। यू नीड टू build it consciously and you need to build it constantly. I think these are the two things that I tell all the founders that I talk to. First thing is consciously, which means that agree to some ethics, right? Agree to something that is your core. If you don't have a core, you become substanceless and people don't want to trust you. अगर एक दिन तुम कुछ बोलोगे, दूसरे दिन कुछ और बोलोगे, तीसरे दिन कुछ और बोलोगे, you don't know how to trust that person, right? Like you have to have a strong core to be able to bring that trust from your audience to you, and you have to stick to that for a really long time, because a person's perception, right? First you'll form a perception based on what you see, like instantly. Do I like this person, do I not like this person? If you like the person, then you'll read a little more, then you'll say, okay, does this person's values align with my values? Is this someone that I can have a conversation with? Or even not a conversation, but do I enjoy reading this person's stuff or watching videos or whatever? Like that attention grab, right? एक बार वो जोड़ बन गया है, वो मजबूत जोड़ बन गया है. Like if you align to somebody's core, they'll feel like you're their friend, and then they'll keep reading and engaging and commenting and sharing and all of that lovely stuff. The second bit is the consistency bit, right? Because you don't just become famous by posting every day, you become famous by posting value added content, right? Like just yesterday, Sourabh and I were talking because LinkedIn has effed our reach up, like effed it up so bad. Like I don't even know why LinkedIn hates me. Like LinkedIn, if you're listening, like please, like I want to see those 900 likes, 800 likes, 200 likes. यार 200 भी भेज दो अभी.
लिंक्डइन एक रिक्वेस्ट मेरी भी है, जो इसने बोला वो रिक्वेस्ट सुन लेना, जो इसने पहले बोला था उसके चक्कर में मेरा ना खराब मत करना.
Like it's so bad because I'll tell you what has happened. I don't post shit, right? Anybody that knows me knows I don't post shit. अगर मेरे पास दिमाग में कुछ नहीं है पोस्ट करने के लिए, मैं नहीं पोस्ट करूंगी. अगर पोस्ट करूंगी, I will actually post something that will add value to your life. So I see people constantly, like I have a set of people who I recognize by name, because I'm like ये लोग मेरा या तो प्रोफाइल रोज चेक कर रहे हैं, या तो मैं उनकी फीड पे आती हूँ, या तो कोई मेरा प्रोफाइल का पोस्ट शेयर कर रहा है. वन ऑफ दीज थ्री ऑप्शंस. But either way, the point is that I notice a certain set of people following you, even if there are those 20 likes, right? And that is what is really a community, because likes, matlab, there are so many ways to hack likes, and Sourabh and I laugh about this all the time, because we'll suddenly see some shit post of somebody standing in front of some monument being like, today I made 10 crores, like buy my webinar or some bullshit like that, right? And like Sourabh and I just laugh at it, because like that's not how you build a brand. Like everybody can see through your crap.
But
Like
there are people, but there are people who actually follow them. There are people who are attracted towards this kind of content as well, this kind of marketing communication as well, and that's
that is
what
okay.
these people are surviving.
There's a very big difference between having an audience and having a monetizable audience. तुम्हारे पास 10 करोड़ लोग हैं, पर वो लोग अगर तुम्हें 1 रुपए नहीं देंगे तुम्हारी वेबिनार सुनने के लिए ना, ये सब बकवास है, तुम गटर में फेंक दो उनको.
She's talking Robert Kiyosaki now.
Yeah, like you have to have a
$1
monetizable. जब monetizable होता है, that is when you realize you actually have people who understand and like what you're saying.
इसी चीज को D2C में कैसे आप implement करो? Let's say I want to take an example of Parul Gulati here, niche hair वाली founder, जिसने भी recently Shark Tank पे फंड उठाया है. Okay, she is the face of her brand. चाहे वो पर्सनल बात करनी हो, एज सौरभ मेंशन की पर्सनल कनेक्ट है उसका, ठीक है, चाहे वो प्रोडक्ट का डेमो देना हो, चाहे वो मॉडल शूट करना हो, शी इज द मॉडल ऑफ द ब्रांड एज वेल. ठीक है, तो शी हैज बीन इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द एंटायर प्रोसेस फ्रॉम making a product innovation, sourcing, and to the real product demos, right? But how many founders you see कि वो इस पूरे प्रोसेस को चला भी सकते हैं, कंटेंट को बना सकते हैं. सी कंटेंट बनाना, यू सेड डोंट पुट शिट, कि जब प्रेशर है कि मैं डेली एक पोस्ट करना है, मेरे ऑडियंस को मेरे को दिखना जरूरी है, दिखेगा तो बिकेगा, और लाइक आउट ऑफ साइट आउट ऑफ माइंड, वो वाला एक फोबिया है, उसको कैसे यू हैव अ रिकमेंडेशन अबाउट लाइक 2-3 पॉइंट्स कि यार ब्रांड्स को किस तरीके से, या फिर एक फाउंडर को क्या चीज फॉलो करे जिससे ये कंटेंट जनरेशन की प्रॉब्लम एक लेवल तक सॉल्व हो जाए। एक ये जो फोबिया है कि डेली पोस्ट करना है, वो आपने बता दिया, क्वालिटी ओवर क्वांटिटी, बट फिर भी कोई 2-3 ऐसे टिप्स D2C फाउंडर के लिए।
I think the first one is own your transparency.
ओके।
Own the fact that you're going to make mistakes and you're going to succeed, and some things might just go very right and some things might go really wrong. I
ठीक है।
think that is one. Second thing is, if you're the face of the brand, it allows you to open up a channel of direct communication with the customer, right? Like,
हम्म।
I know that this is the founder, like, take any founder, right? I don't need to have their WhatsApp number to reach out to them. If they are actually building an authentic brand, they will reply in their DMs. And that shows again their core values, that am I able to reach out to this brand. Say for example, I bought some packet of chips and I felt sick, and the doctor gave me like some prescription and said that I have intestine disease, right? Or something happened in my intestine. Can I go to that founder and tell them that, this happened? I just want to let you know, I'm not asking for money, but can I have that conversation? Or a good conversation also. Okay, like I did this and I had a party and everybody loved your snack. That is another thing.
So
Third thing
being
is,
approachable is one of the key factors here.
very, yeah, you have to be open, because personal branding is never a one way street. It's always like, I'm going to post this, I will get comments, and if you get those comments, it is your responsibility to reply to them, because people are spending those 2 seconds to comment on your post. Respect their time and their values and their effort, right? Like, there is a very clear line between where you can see where ye AI generated hai, which is really happening. I'm telling you, it's
It's happening
happening.
today, yeah.
It is happening. It has happened to me. AI generated comments, those I don't reply to. I like them. Agar somebody has written something as awesome, great, thanks for sharing, wonderful advice, I'm like, भाई उसने पढ़ा नहीं है, क्योंकि उसका कोई 1% भी ऐड नहीं है उसमें, उसने पढ़ा नहीं है. So I'll just say thanks for reading. If somebody's actually written a paragraph and like, or even 2 lines that make sense, and they're explaining how this post added value to their life, they will get a long ass reply from me, right? So that is how I think about it. And the third thing is, when you're building your personal brand as well as your D2C brand, what you're also doing while building audience, which is consumers, you're building trust amongst founders, so that say tomorrow I'm trying to build a, say, smartwatch brand, right? And I've interacted with Aman on posts, I've sent him an email, he's approachable. Aman or anybody, right? If they seem approachable and like they're going to be able to help you, you can actually onboard them as a mentor, right? And this works for founders. This works as, if you're looking for investment, you can actually reach out to a lot of people on LinkedIn or any platform for investment. You can reach out to people to partake in guest blogging. People can ask you for quotes and stuff where you can get your SEO built around. Like, if you, I'm not even trying to boast, but go Google my name, right? मैं खुद देख के बहुत खुश होती हूँ, but if you Google my name, you will see everything that I've done in the last 3, 4, 5 years. And that is a conscious effort to build that brand. It's not like, it's not that I don't get offered, or I do get offered a lot. There are times that I've had to say no, because I'm like, this doesn't align with my values. But if it does, I take the opportunity, because at the end of the day, that is an opportunity to get into somebody else's network, right? And Saurabh keeps
She's
saying,
right.
when,
I just Googled her.
yeah, so
She's
network
right.
is network, net worth. These are all interchangeable terms. And if you're building a personal brand that is authentic, that sounds like you, because trust me, I have met founders where कुछ post करते हैं LinkedIn पे, and then you meet them and you're like, this doesn't sound like you. This doesn't match up,
तो
right?
पता
That
लगता
is
है लिखा किसी ने, पोस्ट किसी और ने किया है।
कोई कंटेंट राइटर ने लिखा है या चैट जीपीटी ने लिखा, और तुम सामने हिंदी में बोल रहे हो, शुद्ध हिंदी में, एंड आई एम जस्ट लाइक, है ये कौन है, right? So like, there is that disconnect. So there's a level of authenticity, transparency, willingness to give before asking. And I think the last one is building that community where others want to invite you into their community, because that is how you grow as a person. That is how you build your personal brand, right? Everybody is trying to build a personal brand, and we can all do better if we collaborate and not fight about each other's personal brands. Like today, if you see, like Saurabh has got what 150 something k, I've got 100k, you've got followers on all your channels. Like put together, the amount of people this live stream is going to reach is
Mhm.
amazing. Which is why everybody that's watching, I want you to say hello to us. The comments, we can read your comments. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you do, so that you're not just a number saying कि इतने लोग देख रहे हैं live stream, but you're actually a person who we can relate to. And
गाइस
if you
को देख रहे हो,
add
इस
us
पॉइंट को प्रूव
later,
कर दो.
and if you add us later, please send a note along with your personal message saying I went and I saw you on the webinar, something something something. कुछ तो देखा होगा, कुछ तो सीखा होगा, कुछ तो बोलो. Because if you send me a random request, I've got 1500 requests that are unanswered because I don't know them, I don't need to add them, I don't know who the fuck they are. Sorry for the profanity,
Saurabh, we
but
are
if you
about like
send me a
just
message, I will
over.
add.
Okay, fine. Questions तो एक दो आए हैं. I think that we'll read out later. But Saurabh, I have a question for you. आपने वो पीतल वाला एग्जांपल दिया अभी, ठीक है? We shared about this niche hair वाला example. Any specific case study you have wherein you have seen a lot of reservations from the brand founder coming to you and saying कि यार मेरे को really में बहुत need है, and they have seen the results of personal branding through your counseling or coaching or mentoring, and they are now doing great. Maybe they're not known to all of us, but at least they're doing great in their own work. For example,
I think इस केस में मेरे freelancers बड़े example है, right, rather than
okay,
founders, right?
nice.
Okay, because some of the times founders do have a expertise to secure some funding, and they straightforward go for a company branding. They spend a lot of money on that, right? Plus, a founder is busy with a lot of different stuff. Sometimes generally don't have for content creation, right? बट एक फ्रीलांसर की दुनिया में ना वो पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग के अलावा ऑप्शन नहीं होता बिकॉज पैसे भी नहीं है और उनको they have services that they can sell directly. Even if they have 2 clients a month, they make 1 lakh a month, right? Okay, so I think starting from Vanshika itself, right? Okay, I have seen almost 40-50 freelancers transforming their life using this platform only, and I'm very proud to say cumulatively in past 3 years we have made 4 crore.
Wow.
Only these freelancers has made that kind of money. I think 10 of them has now agencies with a team size of 10 to 20 people.
Wonderful, yeah.
So that's hardcore LinkedIn. उसमें आई थिंक कुछ लोग हैं जो आउटबाउंड बिल्कुल नहीं करते. लाइक मैं आउटबाउंड बिल्कुल नहीं करता. I don't send cold emails from that. I receive cold emails every day. Right? Like I received a cold email from a branding agency from Pune today, and the tagline was and the subject line was Saurabh, your business is in danger. You don't have a brand. Like तूने किसको भेजा है cold email? So, a humble request, even if you're sending a cold email as a founder to an investor, don't gather a data and send cold emails in bulk. Right? Find out about the person, send them a right set of email. And then I went to this guy's LinkedIn, he has 200 followers. Banner नहीं है उसकी LinkedIn profile पे, एक ढंग का फोटो नहीं है, and he's talking branding to me. Right? And पूरे email में offensive language लिखा हुआ है. Correct. Okay. So I said somebody who doesn't understand brand communication. Like, see, his email tells me, shouts out to me that he doesn't know anything about brand comms. Brand strategy कैसे करेगा? उसको खुद ही नहीं पता है, right? As a service person, you are sending a cold email. Be polite at least, right?
So it's a lesson for all the founders here कि not just as Vanshika का जो point है कि वो quality over quantity और आप मिल रहे हो तो हिंदी में बात कर रहे हो, वैसे आपकी इतनी सोफिस्टिकेटेड इंग्लिश यूज हो रही है, तो ऑथेंटिसिटी वाला पॉइंट यहाँ पर एक बड़ा एक एम्फेसिस हो रहा है. दूसरा कि रिसर्च इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट एंड आई थिंक be real to your audience is what's going to make you more trusted, more acceptable, and I think that's the key for long-term relationship.
Exactly, same. Sometimes the content is really good from ChatGPT, but the person when you meet one-on-one is like, ये क्या है? You feel that difference, man. And आज की डेट में ChatGPT है भाई, सो जो भी सुन रहा है, पर्सनल ब्रांड बनाना ChatGPT को एज अ टूल यूज करना है, एज अ राइटर नहीं. It's a tool that might help you enhance your writing or give you more ideas and creativity, anything that you need. बट अगर कंटेंट और पहला थॉट अपना नहीं है तो वो खत्म है, तो वो कंटेंट नहीं है. मैं आपसे मिलूंगा किसी इवेंट में, लास्ट क्वेश्चन क्वेश्चन अबाउट योर कंटेंट एंड यू वोंट हैव एन आंसर. यू विल बी कॉट रेड हैंडेड, राइट? सो वो पता लग जाएगा लोगों को बहुत आराम से.
I think honestly, there is nothing that can replace an in person meeting. That
Yeah.
vibe, that connection, that thing of, oh, I've been reading your post for like 2 years and now I get to meet you in person. That feeling is so special and so sacred. It's amazing. Fun fact, I'm speaking at a women's D2C conference sometime soon in Delhi. And like, I was just going through the WhatsApp group today and like, पहले तो 30-50 people, I was like, ha, these are all in my phone book, I know these people. And then after that I saw like another 50 people and I'm like, okay, I don't know them but I'm excited to meet them because there is a chance that they might have read my post or they might be following me, and I don't know these people, but that face to face interaction is the time where you can actually build, not my brand saying I do brand strategy, go buy it, but it's a time for you to build that relationship with that person. So a personal brand is not just siloed into online. You have to be online and offline. And if you want, like, organize a small meetup for D2C founders in your area, or go to events where D2C founders are, because at the end of the day, everybody needs a support system. Most
Hmm.
people say that you are known by the 5 people you have around you. I tell founders you are known by the 100 people who are standing behind you when you fall, right? And that building takes time. It will not happen overnight. If you have those 100 people who are willing to catch you when you fall, that's when you know you've built a personal brand, right? Like, there's the founder of Barosi. He came on Shark Tank and then I met him at an event and he was like, oh my god, I've been following you, and I'm like, me too. And then like we just had this like instant connect because we both were following each other and we were commenting on each other's thing. So building a personal brand, don't ignore it. If you are ignoring it, get started tomorrow. If not tomorrow, चलो 15th August है, मान लिया 16th को कर लो. And next thing, I mean, most importantly is do what you can, stick to a schedule that you can stick to consistently. Because
Right.
it's not about I'm going to post 20 times and, that's what's going to get me my personal brand. Because
Hmm.
the sad part is for the first 6 months to a year, and I tell all founders this, or anybody for that matter, for the first 6 months to 1 year, maybe you're going to be screaming into an echo chamber because nobody knows you, which is why they're not going to like and react to your post, and that is okay. We all started with 0 likes, 0 comments, 0 shares, right? So as long as you understand that, you can push through that phase and then continue on and you'll see it compounding.
Well,
That's
just
what
to share my views here, guys, amongst three of us, I'm the one who is least followed. All right. And मेरे LinkedIn लाइव पे सबसे कम व्यूज हैं, सबसे ज्यादा वंशिका के हैं, फिर सौरभ के हैं, फिर मेरे हैं. ठीक है. So I think it's a input for me as well. It's a checklist for me also, as I'm trying to build a personal brand. To be honest, I'm a student of Sourabh. Okay, and I
So
keep
we are
sharing him.
mutual students to each other, right? हम बहुत कुछ है एक दूसरे शेयर करने के लिए.
Absolutely. हाँ, but personal branding पे ये मेरा mentor है. तो
So
अभी
let's have
मैं
a clap for Nishan. Nishan started using Instagram as well. Started
हाँ
making reels. Almost every reel is getting 10,000 views within a week or 10 days time, and he received like 300 to 2100 followers within these 10-12 days, and generated over 150 leads. Right. So that
आज
means
का काउंट है दो
doing
आज का काउंट हो गया
branding.
198 का.
So value adding content can build immediate trust and can get immediate leads. You don't need high number of followers.
Hmm.
You need
Well,
good
just to share
level
my
content.
but just to share my perspective here, I'm not following any other personal thing, any other thing about the consistency. I am still learning that. But yes, one thing which Vanshika and Sora mentioned, I'm using only the value added content. That's what I'm focusing on. And yes, I'm still experimenting. So
This is
Sora,
a nice experiment having 150 leads. Huh?
I said 198 का count हो गया आज का.
Wow, awesome. Cool.
All right, guys. I think 20 मिनट्स ओवरशूट हो गए हैं और वंशिका
कोई बात
के
नहीं, डू वी हैव एनी ऑडियंस क्वेश्चन? एक आध तो ले सकते हैं।
वंशिका ने तो आंसर कर दिया, मैंने उसके उस पर चेक किया है, ठीक
अच्छा,
है। और
I'm being
आई थिंक
proactive. I'm building my personal brand on this live. I'm being proactive. I'm responding to people so that they don't feel like I don't hear them.
okay, perfect. Okay, so hello LinkedIn member, get me connected to BCG और McKinsey, मिस्टर जिनेन सोलंकी। ऐसा नहीं होता है डायरेक्टली। अगेन यही तो बता रहे हैं भाई, यही तो नहीं करना है।
ओके।
ओके, ऑसम।
और कोई क्वेश्चन आपके अपनी पर्सनल चैट पे आया तो उसको अगर करना चाहिए एड्रेस तो करो।
नहीं, और तो कोई नहीं आया। एंड आई थिंक समहाउ माय पर्सनल ब्रॉडकास्ट वाज डिस्कनेक्टेड फॉर सम माय लैपटॉप इशू आज थोड़ी देर पहले, सो वो दोबारा कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है। इट्स ओके, परफेक्टली फाइन। आई शेयर फ्रॉम योर प्रोफाइल पूरा लाइव सेशन। सो निशांत, what is upcoming into D2C Gupshup? So I think I will look forward to this Gupshup every week, every Monday night PM 9 PM, right? So आगे आगे क्या
एवरी
है?
मंडे 9 PM, यस, D2C गपशप एवरी मंडे 9 PM।
Okay, so हम एक काम करेंगे, like all the audience who is still watching it or you will maybe watch the recording, अगर ये अच्छा लगे तो just press a share button, right? Talk about it, tag me, Vanshika, Nishant, right? Also, tag an emerging early stage D2C founder who might need to listen to this, and maybe his entire business or journey will change. He will thank you for a lifetime. I am telling you this. Somebody tagged me, somebody somewhere on a LinkedIn workshop post. I attended the workshop, things changed. I thank both of the people in every time or maybe every day I wake up, right? So be part of somebody's journey by just adding value by tagging them. Only if you like it. Jabardasti nahi hai. Like, bhik nahi mang rahe. If you like it, if you feel this is good, if it adds value, to tag someone, share it up with people. This is completely free. This is pure value. And again, a lot of time people think I can't create a value, then share value. There's a lot of value already created, right? So with my community, sometimes I just watch a YouTube video early in the morning and share it with them. Acha YouTube video, it might give you some insights, right? Okay. Me and Vanshika share a lot of reels with each other, although they are funny reels, but adding fun to each other's life is also value, man. It's a high stress world, right? Me and Nishan does that all the time, correct? And in between, we also share some things wherein me and Vanshika create a lot of fun around bullshit content that is being boosted by tools, right? And having thousands of likes. Don't try to be like that, right? I started using a tool just to check your tool कौन कौन use कर रहा है, right? And I got to know so many founders and content creators, so-called content creators, using a AI-based tool to write the content also, get the comments also, get the likes also. भाई पढ़ा तो किसी ने भी नहीं, पैसा कैसे बनाओगे? 4 लाख फॉलोअर हो गए लेकिन नौकरी नहीं छोड़ पा रहे 9 से 5 की। पॉइंट क्या है?
That's the difference between
That's the
having
That's the main point.
right? And practically we three sitting here, I think निशांत का 20 करोड़ का टर्नओवर है, हम दोनों का ठीक ठाक है, हम फ्रीलांसर्स हैं और मार्केटिंग जो D2C डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बिजनेस। तो भाई जिसने ऑफलाइन ऑनलाइन मिला के 20 करोड़ का धंधा खड़ा किया है, he talks something really different. So do share the value, help us connect with people. If you share, DM one of us that you have shared, we will give you some gift. Pakka. A return gift is always available.
वो सौरभ स्पॉन्सर करेगा, ठीक है?
Done.
चलो guys, thank you so much for watching us today, and thank you Sourabh and thank you Vanshika. I'll see you